Dear students, this is Afsana Awal. Today I will take your work and life class. And our today's topic is Chapter 1, Lesson 11 to 31, Reading Done. So let's start our class. At first, this is Lesson 11 and 12, Stories of some creative persons and their physical labor. Okay, that means in these chapters we will learn about some creative persons and their physical labor. So who are they? Rabindranath Tagore, Shilpacharya Zainul Abidin, Thomas Alva Edison and Leonardo da Vinci. So let's start. By this time we have learned about creativity. In this lesson we will know about some creative persons. Although every man is more or less creative, there are some people whose creativeness is world famous. Now we will learn about some of these people. At first, Rabindranath Tagore. Writing stories or poems is one kind of creativity. Our poet Rabindranath was a Nobel laureate. He composed many stories, poems, dramas, novels and many songs with the life and minds of people and the nature. He also composed music. Besides, he used to draw pictures. We can see his creativeness in his writings, in his speech, in his selection of words and in the texture of his sentences. Above all, in his thoughts on life and philosophy. Now the next one is Shilpacharya Zainul Abidin. It was Shilpacharya Zainul Abidin whose creativeness became real through his brushes and paintings. We see the daily lives of people and also go through that life. But we can't see those daily lives of Zainul Abidin did. It is not possible for everybody to draw properly what they want to draw, ignoring other things around. This is possible only for the people who are creative like Zainul Abidin. Now Thomas Alva Edison. In his childhood, Edison had to be rebuked in the school because he was not doing well in his studies. But later it was this Edison who became one of the creative men of the century. He has records of more than thousands of innovations. It is he who created the electric bulb which makes everything bright even in the darkness of night. Before the largely used electrical instruments such as cassette player or CDs were invented, people used to listen to music in the gramophone which was invented by Edison. Edison also invented telegraph. Now Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci, the legendary artist of Italy, was born in a village of the city named Vinci, which is not very far from Florence. His full name is Leonardo da Ser Piero da Vinci. Mona Lisa, The Last Supper, Madonna are famous among his works of art. But this versatile artist is known for his other works too. He was a sculptor, architect, musician and military equipment artist and the creator of many scientific inventions of the 20th century. Seeing the flying birds in the sky, he got the idea and made the design of the helicopter. Leonardo made one kind of plastic and camera. He wrote about contact lens and steam engine and also explained why the sky is blue. He could do all these things because of his excellent creativeness. His own life is a charming example of creativeness. Leonardo was always thoughtful for the scientific invention and at the same time he tried to discover the mysteries with observation and experiment. And all these are evident in his writings too. Like a whimsical prince, Leonardo left many of his thoughts written in a disorganized way in his notebooks. If we have a look at this, at the pages of his notebook, we will see a sketch of a face with face was drawn or a brief description of how a specific color uh, can be notebooks. Sketch of a face was drawn, or a brief description of how a scientific color can be made, or the way how we can be cured of certain diseases, just beside the writings of photoscience. Introduction to physical labor. Okay, that means now we will learn that what is physical labor. By the term physical labor, we actually mean manual work. All kinds of manual work are parts of physical labor. Taking part in sports is one kind of physical labor, just as walking and movement are. Besides, there are many people who regularly earn their livelihood by physical labor. For example, rickshaw puller. He pulls the rickshaw throughout the day. He has a lot of physical labor while pulling the rickshaw. Besides the rickshaw puller, there are working class people, including farmers and laborers, who are involved in different types of physical labor. Okay, just look, this is the picture of a rickshaw puller and this is the picture of a farmer. Now go to the next page. But physical labor does not mean only to do heavy work. Actually, it means any kind of manual work, for example, working in the veranda. But we do not take it into account as it does not take much labor. We also do many kinds of work in our houses also, such as washing dishes, clothes, cleaning houses, etc. These works are also the examples of physical labor. Those who have become famous give much value to the physical labor. Physical labor is encouraged in every religion too. Physical labor keeps us safe from many kinds of physical problems. It increases the resistance power of our body also. Now lesson 13 to 25. Physical labor and its practice. Hard labor and perseverance are needed for achieving success. Success doesn't come automatically. Success can be achieved only when intelligence and hard work are integrated through honesty. Today we shall listen to the story of such a man who has made the proper integration of honesty and hard labor in his life. Orphan Ratan is now the owner of a small property through his hard labor. Although his day starts with the delivery of newspapers, at night he goes to bed after taking care of the cows of his farm. In this way, Ratan has gradually made progress in life. The hawker Ratan wants to succeed more through hard work. When Ratan was 6 years old, his father, Anath Chandra Sarkar, died. Along with her son, Ratan's mother took shelter in the house of Rupu Mojumdar of Jonaidanga village. After that, in order to bring up her children, Sandharani started working as maid in others' house. When it was not enough to run their livelihood, she sent Ratan to work in the stalls of the local newspaper only for food. In 1989, while selling newspaper, Ratan had a desire that he himself would run his own business. In 1992, he left his job and started bringing the daily Chadni Bajar and sold them at Upazila Bajar. He started his journey from here and came to meet the people of different professions, including journalists. In 1995 to 96, he got the agency of a newspaper first. Then he got agency of some newspapers one after another. The polite and well-mannered Ratan Sarkar became very popular to all. He bought a motorbike to deliver the newspapers. Every dawn he rode his bike to Kurigram and got newspapers from there and then distributed them among 8 hawkers. Then with his bike he used to deliver the papers to the houses of the readers. He works in the poultry farm by the midday. Again in the afternoon he collected the money he got by selling the newspapers and then returned home at 10 p.m. and again took care of the poultry and the farm. In this way his days passed through work. Every day he works 15 to 16 hours on an average. Ratan tells that this way he has turned his painful life into a happy one. Ratan also expressed that it was a great sorrow for him as he couldn't study. In order to overcome this pain, he helped his wife Shumita Rani Sarkar pass HSC exam. Ratan mentioned that he had a desire to educate his two daughters, Ratri, 5 years old, and Riti, 3 years old, to higher level. His future plan is to do something better and great, and with this aim in mind, he has set a cattle farm. They did all the works themselves routinely instead of employing others. Every day 30 to 35 liters of milk is collected from 3 cows. Financial crisis is the main obstacle to his future plan. However, he is determined to overcome this obstacle too. Let us all practice the physical labor today. Today we will learn about your classroom and decorate it nicely. These are some activities of cleaning the classroom, okay, and classroom decoration. Now students, just come here. This is lesson 26, intellectual work. Okay, that means now we will learn that what is intellectual work. We not only do physical labors but also some intellectual labors regularly. Suppose any of your friends have asked you a riddle. You will think well and give your answer. The thinking you are doing is a kind of mental labor. You have used your intellect to answer the riddle. Thus you have done intellectual labor. A patient goes to a doctor. The doctor gives him medicine. After listening to all problems, think a bit how the doctor gives him medicine. First of all, the doctor listens to all the problems of the patient and identifies the symptoms of diseases and thus diagnoses the disease. After that, he has given some medicine for that disease. In this whole process, the doctor has not done any physical labor but has used only his intellect. So the labor of the doctor gives is a kind of intellectual labor. Every day you learn your lessons. To learn these lessons, you need to employ your wit. So learning lessons regularly, keeping them in mind and using them in the future are the examples of intellectual labor. What can we guess from the above example? The activities we complete by using our intellect are called intellectual labor. So any work we do by using our thoughts, memory and knowledge is intellectual labor. Intellectual labor is mental labor. When we think about anything or when we think over something, we face any problem, we find out a way to come out. All these are intellectual labor. Every day we do different kinds of works. These works include intellectual labor as well as physical labor. It would not have been possible to complete many works properly without doing the physical and mental labor together. In our daily life, we do some work or observe some work being done. Can you say which of them are mental labor and which are not? Let's try. Just look here, there are name of different activities. Put a tick mark beside activities which need much intellectual labor and discuss with your friends on why they are the examples of intellectual work. Students, just look. From here we have to identify that which are the intellectual works. Sewing cloth by the tailor. This is not intellectual work. Writing books by the author. Okay students, here the author has to use his intellect. So this is intellectual work. In the classroom, writing a chapter on any topic through free thinking. So this is also intellectual labor. Delivering the letters by postman. No. Disease is diagnosed by the doctors. Yes. Solving mathematical problems by the teacher. Yes. These are the intellectual work. Now come here, lesson 27 to 31. Intellectual labor and practice. Let's think, where is the difference between the work of a man and a machine? Man thinks a lot when he works, but the medicine cannot do it. But the machine cannot do it. Machine only goes on working. Man can think, dream, and can make their dream come true. Man saw birds flying and desired to fly. So man has made aeroplane using the physical and intellectual labor. Man has made lots of things only through his intellectual labor. This has made our life comfortable. If we hadn't used our intelligence, human civilization could not have improved. How to make a house would have remained unknown to us. We would have been living in the caves. We would not have got electricity, cell phone, television, nor even bicycle if the inventors had not used their talent. We would not have learned how to use will. In fact, without intellectual labor, our daily life is useless. But it should be kept in mind that intellectual labor shouldn't be used for human destruction, for example, making deadly weapons. Every day we read storybooks. Today we will write story. If anybody wants, he or she make a write rhymes or poems. Some may draw pictures if they like, but whatever we do have to take permission of our respective teacher. Okay, these are some group works. Okay, students, stay safe, stay well, take care. Allah Hafiz.